I wanted to create a project that I could work on at my own pace, something I could pick up and enjoy whenever I had a little free time. A beautiful floral design that's perfect for those who want to create a stunning piece while enjoying a relaxing stitching experience. First, I'm drawing my own floral pattern on this white paper using a pencil. I'm keeping it fairly detailed with lots of different flower shapes and sizes. Once I'm happy with the design, I'm going over the pencil lines with a pen to make them bolder and easier to see. If you'd like to stitch this exact design, you can download the pattern using the link in the description. Speaking of birds, I recently had a beautiful Tickles blue flycatcher visit my garden. You can even hear its call in the background. Next, I'm fixing my beige fabric into my oval embroidery hoop, making sure it's nice and taut. Then I'm using my LED light pad and heat erasable pen to transfer the pattern onto the fabric. This pen is fantastic because the markings disappear with heat, leaving no trace behind. Okay, the pattern is transferred and we're ready to start stitching. Now I'm starting to stitch the first flower. I'm using red floss with all 6 strands. I'm employing a simple weaving technique to create the petals. I stitch 2 straight stitches close together and then weave the thread through them. It's a quick and easy way to create a textured petal. I'm stitching 8 petals in a half circle shape. For the stamen in the center of the flower, I'm using yellow floss and cast-on stitches. To make these cast-on stitches a bit larger and more prominent, I'm using an extra needle alongside my embroidery needle. I wrap the thread around both needles before pulling it through. This creates a longer, more 3D stitch. I'm stitching 3 of these cast-on stitches in the center. To finish this flower, I'm adding a cluster of 3 pistil knots on top of the cast-on stitches. Pistil knots are similar to French knots, but have a longer tail, creating a delicate, elongated knot. Okay, I finished the first flower and a bit of the surrounding detail. I'm going to stop here for today. I think I can finish this whole design within a week, working on it whenever I have some spare time. Today, I've brought my embroidery to a beautiful spot near my village in Sri Lanka. I love that this project is portable, so I can take it with me when I travel, or just want to stitch in a relaxing setting. I'm sitting on the stones by the river, surrounded by rubber trees. The sound of the water is so calming, it's the perfect place to unwind and stitch. We even took a refreshing dip in the river later in the day. Now let's get back to the stitching. I'm working on the stems of the design using a back stitch with light green floss. The back stitch creates a strong defined line. To add a bit more texture, I'm weaving through these back stitches to create a whipped back stitch. It's a simple technique that adds a lovely braided effect. Next, I'm adding some fly stitch leaves to the design. The fly stitch creates a delicate V-shaped stitch that's perfect for leaves. I'm also stitching some straight stitches with a darker green floss to add definition to the stems. Now I'm filling in the remaining leaf shapes using the lazy daisy stitch. The lazy daisy stitch creates a beautiful petal-like shape that's perfect for adding a touch of floral charm. To add some flower buds to the design, I'm using bullion stitches with pink floss. Bullion stitches are longer, wrapped stitches that create a textured, three-dimensional effect. Don't be afraid to experiment with your own color combinations. To add more depth and interest to the design, I'm incorporating various shades of green and pink, creating a rich and vibrant floral composition. Use a variety of stitch sizes and thread thicknesses to create depth and texture. I am adding some outline stitches with a darker green floss, using only 2 strands this time for a finer line. And to finish off, I'm adding tiny flowers with French knots using light beige floss. These small details really elevate the design and create a sense of depth and complexity. I love how the different stitches and colors create a beautiful and textured floral scene. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and feel inspired to create your own relaxing embroidery project.